Hold on, don't do that yet. Hold on, don't do that yet. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Okay, I just submitted somebody. So,
And then I'm gonna tap the break, so she's gonna, hold us to take the tell us to prepare, she's gonna let, say our prayers, flags, and flags. Let me know if anybody, like, how come I'm off this, or Merlin Murray.
He said he was gonna come out. I talked to him about it.
Merlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he called out Saturday.
He told me. Oh, the camera closed. The camera stopped working.
1 minute, okay? Give everybody so fast.
They got 12 cameras. This camera stopped working. They got 12 cameras.
Good with it.
yep.
Camera stopped working. Huh? Camera stopped working. I had to swap cameras.
Over there, the round table, the round table. You ready?
Yeah, I did. The camera broke. Turn the camera on, I'm sorry. Close that for me, yeah. Let me get the snacks, yeah.
Okay. How that, okay. Yeah. Yes. That's all right. I told him. Okay, so yes, one, maybe like. Because I think they're all together.
Yeah, you on the camera.
Can you hear Chaplain?
Yes, I can hear you all.
Hold on, we can't hear you.
I've unmuted my
Are
mic.
you on mute? Are you on mute? We can't hear. Say something else.
Hello?
No, can't hear you. Pat, Bob, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
No, I can't hear you.
Don't know why.
Hey, what, that's it. I keep on Miss K, P back.
I'm unmuted.
Okay.
We just say keep on.
Gave it a whole new name. Yeah, okay. I was like, well, I knew the key was in there. Yeah, maybe it was a stone. Iris, can you hear us? Take yourself off mute.
Yes, I can. I can hear
Can't
you.
hear you.
I can hear you.
All right, try and say something now, Tom.
Try to say something now, Chaplain.
Hello? Hello?
Okay. Okay, we can hear you a little bit.
Hello?
Now it went away.
Hello? Hello, hello? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, try and talk now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can't hear you. Okay.
Hello? 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 Okay, can you hear me now? Because I was just muted and now I'm unmuted. Can you hear me? I guess you can.
Say something, Chad.
Say something, Chaplain.
Hello? Hello?
Yep, there you go. But she don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, let's just make it work.
Okay.
You wanna make it work for you? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Do it. Welcome, everybody. This is 2025. We about to knock it out the park. Y'all know I am a competitive little something, so we got some stuff going on and we're gonna need everybody to participate. So, welcome, happy new year to you guys, the ones I haven't seen. Hope all has been well. And we're gonna knock it out this year. So we're gonna go ahead, call the meeting to order, ready when you are. And we're gonna have Chaplain, we're gonna have you pray us in this evening.
All righty. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's so good to see you all. Glad to see you all have made it back and ready to roll. Let us pray. Most kind and gracious God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this moment, this hour. We thank you for all of those who are participating in person in the 11th Precinct and via Zoom. God, continue to bless this organization and its leaders. Oh God, thank you for the community relations organization and the hard work they do, oh God, in the city and particularly in the 11th Precinct. Continue to bless them, oh God. May their good works be well spoken of in this area and throughout the city. Thank you for the leadership and that everything will be done in this meeting well, decent, and in order. It is in your name we pray, Jesus. Amen. And thank God.
All right. So, yes, ma'am.
I was just looking over this list. Are we not meeting in July?
Girl, shut your face. I'm so sick of this doggone calendar. I don't know what to do. Yes, we are. We are going to meet the second Tuesday in July.
That would be July 8th.
So what I'm gonna do, everybody can write it in, but I'm gonna bring another calendar next month. This, I don't know why it's giving me the blues this year. Okay, but I will make sure that I give an update, or what I'll do is I'll send out an email. We'll send out an email with the correct, adding July onto the calendar. But we're also gonna have them at the meetings as well, so if you need to pass them out, you can pass them out too, okay? So thank you for that, I appreciate it, God help me. Okay, so we're gonna do roll call. Of course, you guys know Kim Jackson Eaton, President of the 11th Precinct Police Community Relations Council. I will get into, but I have a secretary now. Thank the Lord. I have a secretary. Her name is Carlonda. We're gonna get into that in a minute. And we also have the treasurer, Leon Wire. You guys know him as well. Yeah. So that's gonna be the 2025 board this year. Okay. You wanna do your presentation? You want me to get out the way? What you want to do? I don't care either way.
It don't matter, I can go.
You guys can go, because you guys get called at any moment, so we're not gonna even play. Yep, come on, you can do it.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Commander Mr. Chambers. I've been commander here now since September, so I'm very thankful to be here. We have great community, great officers here at number 11. So just to kind of touch on how we closed out 2024, we saw a lot of significant reductions in our crime. We were actually down 25% in our homicides last year. We were down over 25% in our non-fatal shootings. We had 25 less shootings in 2024 as compared to 2023. We also saw close to a 13% reduction in robberies. We had 16 less than in 2023. And we had one of our biggest things we dropped in was carjacking. We had a 50% drop last year as compared to 2023 and had 8 less than the previous year. So we're continuing with that trend. Captain Griffin's going to speak in a minute. He's going to kind of tell you where we are over the first 2 months, but we're seeing those positive trends going down as well. So kind of some of the things that we've been doing. is targeted enforcement. So we're going in and looking at daily at where our trends are, where the crime's happening, and that's where we're putting our officers, and we're partnering with others to come help us as well. So we also have dedicated traffic officers that we're putting out in problematic spots. We're giving special attention to our parking lots, bars, halls, dollar stores, and other problem spots. We're also doing weekly restore peace operations. So we have a dedicated special operations officer, a lot of the plainclothes officers. They'll go out along with our neighborhood police officers and do ticket and tows, warrant sweeps and things of that nature to assist in our violent crime strategies. Our neighborhood police officers, who we have some of the best, or the very best in the city, I should say, they're around the going. They focus, and in addition to attending events that are held in the community, they'll hold a lot of events here. They also focus on quality of life issues. So if there's blight, people parking inoperable cars, grass overgrown, squatters, any type of quality of life issue, they go out and respond to that and either tow those cars or handle whatever matter it is. So a lot of you have probably heard of See-Click Fix. If you haven't, then make sure that you download that app, but it's a way for you to actually go in on the city site, input the where the problem is at, and every day we go in and look at that app, and then we send the officers out and they'll try and address those different issues. So it's called See-Click Fix, okay? So we also go out and pursue our known offenders. So every day we're reading our crime reports. If we see individuals that are named, we have a arrest team that'll go out and try and get those individuals in custody. And we also partner with our neighboring precincts. So our precinct here at number 11, we board the 7th, the 9th, the 12th, and we also border Highland Park, Hamtramck, Hazel Park, and Warren. So we have a pretty big area. So we go all the way up to 8 Mile. We go west over to John R. We go south all the way down to McNichols. And then we go east all the way going towards DeQuinder and that over towards the 9th precinct. So we do all of that. We also, as a force multiplier, we bring in different units to assist. We have we call it CATS, but it's our commercial auto theft unit that helps us combat motor vehicle theft. We also have narcotics that comes in, our gang intel, and also our citywide traffic unit. So some of the things community-wise, our neighborhood police officers, they go out and we have an active youth explorer program led by our MPO Robinson in the back there. We also do our anti-bullying, conflict resolution classes, stranger danger, gun safety tips, our gun lock giveaways. We have to do a sisterhood program, and we also do an active assailant prevention program with schools and churches. So we actually have a citywide one coming up April 5th. It's going to be at the Bel Air Theater from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And FPO Hill is going to be leading that and talking about how to handle the situation if something like that happens either at a school or church. So that's coming up April 5th. So over the last couple of months, FPOs have also been doing our senior Valentine's Day dance. We did that at the VFW this past February. We also had a community summit, then also a safety summit at Vernon Chapel. So they've been very active, and as we go into the summer, we're always putting things out as far as our events. We'll have Easter coming up, and then it'll be on to more and more. So we'll make sure that we put that out so you all know and can attend. So we hope we can see you out there. So one last thing, the last couple of years, we've really beefed up what we call our summer surge citywide. So we have our officers working a lot of extra hours, especially on the weekends when things are happening in the downtown and also in the neighborhood. So we're going to be ramping up as this warm weather is starting now, we're going to be ramping up our coverage, especially in the neighborhoods as well. So one of the things that we're looking for is block parties. So if you do see a party or anything starting to grow on the block, make sure that you alert the police department, because what we want to do is try and get the officers out there quickly. And if there's only a group of say 10 or 15, it's much more manageable than if we allow it to get to 200 or 300 where a whole street's shut down. So we actually have officers here that are dedicated to going around to those block parties and trying to make sure that they're orderly and that we handle them. So we also, if we need more resources, we can call individuals from around the city. So just keep an eye out, but we will be starting that this weekend. And with that, I'll turn it over to Captain Griffin.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
How many of you watch Family Feud? Steve Harvey? All right, we got another good one for you tonight. So just like last year, that's what the commander says. I think it's important to highlight the good work that the men and women are doing here at the 11th Precinct. It's not me, it's not the commander, but it's the NPOs that you see in the room and officers that you see in the neighborhood. So we like to highlight them and kind of show you some of the things that the department measures us in. So with that, we'll get right into the movie. Next slide. This is an overview of the crime. That's the new chief, Todd Bettison, and the areas that they kind of monitor throughout the city with regard to crime statistics. Criminal homicide, sexual assault, aggravated assault, robbery, larceny, motor vehicle theft. We classify some of these events, these crimes as part 1 crimes, violent crimes, assaultive crimes, and violent property crimes, non-fatal shootings, carjackings, and such. Next. So there are 9 metrics, 9 different areas that they track our crime with every precinct in the city of Detroit. With criminal homicide, you can see just the start of the year, the 11th precinct, in comparison to last year. Last year, this time in 2024, we had 6 people killed. Today, we have only had 1 individual killed this year. So the efforts, again, of the men and women that's working here in the precinct, getting out there day to day, it's having a positive impact so that people are not victimized and families don't have to suffer those tragedies. Sexual assaults. Last year, this time, we had 9. Today, we had 7. So that number is below what it was last year. The objective is always to trend for crime to be trending down. Ideally, in a perfect society, we would have no crime and everybody would live in harmony. But we don't. So in that case, we have the police here. So these are some of the metrics that they measure us. Aggravated assault. Last year, we had 120. Today, we have 121. So we 1 up from last year, this date. Next slide. Non-fatal shootings. Last year, this time, we had 7. This year, we're at 3. Robberies. Last year, this time, we had 16. Today, we have 12. Carjackings. Last year, this time, we had 0 carjackings, but right now we've had 1 for the year. So we're up by 1. Burglaries. Last year, this time, we had 68 homes and businesses that had been burglarized. This year, we're at 53. Larcenies. Last year, we had 196. Today, we have 174. Motor vehicle theft. Last year, this time, we had 106 vehicles stolen out of the 11th precinct. Today, we have 64. With regard to response time, the city sets a department-wide goal of 13 minutes. That's inclusive of the time that you call 911. 911, when you call 911, it is from 911. If you don't know, when you call 911, that is a civilian dispatcher. That call is then coded and then either sent to fire or police. So then that's a second relay. And then once it gets on the console of police or fire, then it's dispatched to a car. So there's some lag time. So if you look at priority 1 response time for the 11th precinct, 8 minutes, 32 seconds. That was looking at the calls for yesterday. So from the time the caller calls 911 to the time it's relayed to police dispatch, to sent to a police car, they're responding to your house all in that time, inclusive of 8 minutes and 32 seconds. I think that's pretty fast.
It used to be.
Yeah. And as you can see, for the week prior to today, we're tied with the fastest time of being the fastest out of 11 precincts. We're tied with the 3rd precinct as having the fastest response time department-wide. So that's pushing the officers to get in the scout cars, respond to the radio, and get to the residents, the people that are calling 911 as fast as they can. I think that's good service. It could be better, and me and the commander are gonna push for it to be better. But I think being at the top of the department, I think that's something to commend the officers for. It's nothing like calling 911 when you're in need of help, and every second seems like eternity. So, to have them, bless you. So at the top of mind, to have those officers pushing, getting through the streets as safely as they can to get to the person calling that is in need, I think that is commendable. So we're going to continue to push. Priority 2 breakdowns, these are calls that are classified not as priority, but priority 2s. Our time, it varies, but our time for yesterday was 20 minutes. And so these are calls, maybe something like, you may call and say your neighbor is playing loud music. Nobody's life is in jeopardy, but it certainly is a nuisance to you, and it is a violation of the city ordinance. So you call the police. So that's how those runs are classified. That's a priority 2 breakdown runs. For prior week, we were roughly at 20 minutes. When you look at some of the other precincts, 42 minutes, 35 minutes. So this precinct, 92 minutes. So I think we're doing pretty good here at the 11th precinct. So these are some of the search warrants that we execute here in the 11th precinct. Primarily our special operations officers. You normally see them wearing black shirts, green pants, and they're usually in black police cars. So these are some of the search warrants that they've executed the first 2 months of this year. So our officers assisted Vice. This was a search warrant executed by Vice. 7. So most of these businesses, they're selling vapes to underage children in the community, or some of these shops are actually selling tobacco, marijuana. They shouldn't be. Those marijuana can only be sold by of course, the dispensaries. So Vice comes in, we work in conjunction with them. We go out and execute search warrants on these locations. Next. I think this is another location, a business where a search warrant was executed by Vice. We assisted on. This is a narcotics search warrant. So this location here, responsible for peddling narcotics in the neighborhood. The nuisance that you see people walking up and down the street, breaking into your garages, breaking into your cars. These are all kind of byproducts of, unfortunately, people that use substances. So we go straight to the source and we raid dope houses. This is one of those. This is another location that was raided for selling narcotics. Next. This is another location that was raided for selling narcotics. This is another location that was raided for selling narcotics. This was a location where a search warrant was executed to recover a firearm. This location as well. So what we're doing with the shot spotter technology, with technology today, it can be of a help and it can be of a hurt. With sometimes now with these phones we have, children can get a hold of them and they have access to the world. And sometimes some things they should see and some things they shouldn't see. But with fighting crime, we're not just fighting crime like we used to, the old cowboys and Indians or whatever, cops and robbers, we have to use technology. So we utilize the shot spotter technology. And all that is, and I know a lot of some people were against it. But basically the shot spotter technology is it's a detection system. If someone comes out in their backyard and fire a firearm, shot spotter picks it up. And it sends, the technology relays it to the police so that we can respond to the location. That's all it's measuring. It's not measuring any individual, any particular person, any race of people. It's the sound of a firearm. And so we use these and we develop our probable cause to raid houses where people are coming out just indiscriminately firing guns. And so this was one of those locations where we executed a search warrant to recover firearm. Yes, ma'am.
So the shot spotter, so if somebody goes out into the alley and shoots up in the air, where do you detect, where do you go? Do you go to somebody's house or where do you do that?
I don't know all the technology
Okay.
as far specifically, but I know that Sergeant Spruce can field that
You
question.
go out in the alley and you shoot that fire, it's gonna automatically send a call to 911. It's gonna tell those officers that the firearm was shot in the rear of whatever that address was.
I have a question in on, New Year's Eve, what do y'all do?
Oh. The system goes crazy on New Year's.
Yeah.
So on New Year's Eve, we're still making shot spotter runs on New Year's Day.
Yes. Yeah, the system is overloaded that night. But we still respond. We still come out.
It does all of New Year's Day.
Yeah, it does. So we still respond to all of them, but the system is backlogged with hundreds. But we still respond to each one. It just, we may get there several hours later, as we go from one to the other. These are some of the good work that the officers are doing out here, making traffic stops, catching people carrying guns and illegal dope, substances. Next. This was another stop where the officers made a traffic stop, recovered a firearm, some pills, looks like some marijuana and some other substance.
Whatever.
Yeah. Snub nose that was recovered off traffic stop investigation. Another gun that was recovered, a Ruger. Another gun that's being illegally carried by somebody in the community.
What's that thing on?
The front was laser or either a light. That light,
Yeah.
laser. Attachment here to is they can either be a flashlight or a laser assembly. Another firearm. So these people are carrying these illegal firearms just out in the community. So the officers are doing good work, making traffic stops and making street investigations and recovering these firearms. These firearms potentially would render somebody else to be a victim. Tragic outcome. So, I mean, the law is clear. If you want to carry a firearm, just make the application. You can carry it concealed just like a police officer. This is an extended magazine with 30 rounds. 30 rounds. Another firearm that was confiscated. Here's a rifle that was confiscated, another firearm. This is a business that's operating illegally. Vice went in, BC placed the placard here. So they're closed. They have to go back to the city and make sure, you know, a lot of these locations just operating. We have a lot of incidents where there's fighting, and shooting, and gambling, and all types of things. So that's on our radar to address these bars, these clubs, these lounges, make sure they have the proper license. This part of the presentation goes into some of the blight, the things that are in the neighborhood, vehicles just parked and left abandoned. This vehicle, as you can see, was parked. The next photo shows where the good work of the NPOs, it was recovered.
Yeah.
Right. This vehicle left, you know, parked in the residential area on street. It's a nuisance, an eyesore parked in front of your house. It was towed. Here's another couple of vehicles that's just parked in lots and vacant lots. It was towed. Here's a couple of vehicles that someone pulled up and just left abandoned. You can see the interior of how it was left. They were towed. Next. Someone left an RV. It was towed. That's pretty much my presentation, just kind of highlighting some of the good work that the officers are doing here at the precinct. It's not all of the work, but some of the good work that the officers are doing. Just want to kind of give you a visual, let you see what what we're doing. I think it's better to show you sometimes than always stand up here and tell you. You can see for yourself. Question?
Going back to the shot spotter. So if we hear gunshot, we don't have to call shot spotter guys, right?
You should still call. Yeah, because every area and it's not, they're not in the entire, they haven't been deployed in the entire precinct. Any other questions for me?
Well, I got a question about the price, which you was bringing up. See, well, I stay on McKay and we had, what we do with the landlords that's like, I got 2 houses on my block that's owned by a guy who lives in California, okay? And these guys ain't paying nobody to take care of the property. And me and the neighbors cleaning it up, they vacant lots, cleaning up the backyard. And I'm just trying to figure out, what do we go by, or the city go by? The people that, like I said, this guy lives in California, but he owns 2 houses on my block.
They vacant?
No, yeah, they vacant.
See me after, see one of the NPOs after the meeting. We'll take it.
What I will inform you about the ticketing, you may have to, when the mayor comes and they have the meetings, you may want to go and talk to them about that, because we can ticket them all day.
Right.
Nothing happens.
And that's what.
So we'll, I'll get a ticket every day, but nothing happens.
Right.
Except for what does it go on there, it has to, does it say, what happens if they get a ticket, the blight ticket, it doesn't do anything as far, I think it does something if he tries to steal the property, but that's it.
Or where you go in your property tax.
Yeah, it goes on property taxes, and that's basically it. In other cities, they probably do something like, I don't know, some people may get their license suspended or things of that nature. Is a bigger consequence. So when you go to the city council meeting, make sure you say something to them about that, because it'll continue to happen until it's basically a nuisance or abatement, and that takes a while. Okay, but we will get to that.
Okay, but we got.
Yes, sir.
Many of you maybe know, many of you don't, but don't clean it up. Because if you clean it up, fix it up, it's gonna give the appearance that that property owner is keeping it up. You gotta call us right when is bad, so we can, as Corporal just stated, don't clean it up if it's not your property.
I have to-
And I didn't wanna jump in
I know,
on the
but
president.
I got to piggyback off of that because if I don't clean it up, it could be a vacant, it could be a body with the grass.
Trying to tell you.
So I know, but it's still,
You call me.
I call you.
So we can do that proper process.
Okay.
And what the mayor did institute
Yeah.
that nuisance in the basement
Yep.
to take that property from them,
Thank you.
get that property out of their hands. And I'm careless, I was gonna wait my turn.
And you still gonna wait your turn?
Councilman Cosmo.
Yep.
But that's the process.
Kiddos go, I already know, kiddos go. He's gonna introduce himself and he will come. Yep, yeah. Do we have any other questions for the, the captain?
That question in the back.
We have a question in the back. Go ahead, melt your finger up.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Okay. You have another question,
I have
sir?
a question, because I guess a problem with squatters, the same property, that's what I'm saying, some of the houses, so what do we, and on my camera, they walk in 3 in the morning, trying to open their car door. So I'm seeing a lot of activity with the
Okay.
squatters in my neighborhood, and we've seen some break-ins with the squatters, and I don't want to, it's rough, I know everybody needs a place to live, but there's need more patrol.
Okay. Are you able to stick around after the meeting?
All right, thank you.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
If a abandoned car is in a person's yard,
Just give us the address. You can see me after the meeting.
In the backyard too?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
I live on Marks, between Henry and Lance. And last year, there was a big, huge RV that was on the block. And it had that orange sticker on the window. They moved it into the driveway. The sticker's still on the window.
Okay. We'll see you after the meeting. We can get the address and we can address it.
That's what they do. I mean,
That's, these MPOs are the best in the city.
okay, man.
Just,
Coming out that driveway.
So that is a nuisance, correct?
it is.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Well, I'll be around all meeting, so afterward. Anybody online?
No questions online.
Okay.
Outstanding. All right, we're gonna keep pushing the men and women that's working here at the 11th Precinct to ensure that they deliver premium service to you. Again, good to see everybody in 2025. We're gonna keep it pushing here at the 11th Precinct. Thank you.
Okay, just a couple of, a quick announcements, because we do have a couple, guest speakers. So let's start. This is March. Dues are due, $25 per household. What does that do? It takes care of, if you don't want to donate to Easter or Halloween or Police Week, or we got a ton of things that happens around here. So if you donate your $25, and then that also we are starting to put it where you can enter the raffle. When we do our raffle, you're automatically entered in the raffle. Okay, so it is $25 per household. We take it all the way to the end of the year. However, in March, it is due again. So at least the sooner you do it, the better. Because if you wait till the last minute, like, dang, you do it again. Well, yeah, you waited till December. Now we're back in March. So, but just, heads up, but it's $25 per household. What we're gonna start doing, we're gonna try to get back into our newsletters again. And we're gonna try to get that going. And what that's gonna do is pretty much give us a reminder of events and things that are coming up, so that I don't have to try to send you too many emails, but you guys still might get them, but at least it may not be as many if we put it out in the newsletter. So we are gonna start working on that. Hopefully we'll have one out by April's meeting. I think we might be able to do it by April's meeting. So we're gonna try to give it a shot and see how things go. Also, Wednesday, March 26th, from 10 to 4 at the Eastern Market, they're doing All Things Detroit, and they're doing the food truck rally. All of that's gonna be at the Eastern Market, 10 to 4, 326. Okay, and that one has to be on a Wednesday. Okay, March 26th, 10 a.m. to 4, All Things Detroit. Really nice. I've gone down there a lot of times and I really enjoy going down there. So you guys enjoy it as well. Okay, so let me tell you, we're gonna talk about AT&T, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna talk about AT&T. My mom had her home number for 60 years. So bless her little heart, she didn't want to let go of that number. I said, Mama, let it go. She didn't want to let it go. So she kept paying for a phone that we never used. So I went to AT&T, and it's called Port to Wireless. You can take your home phone and make it your cell number. And it's very popular now. And I'm gonna be a witness, I just did it and mine got completed today. So now I have my mom's number and she is ecstatic. She didn't care who had it, just as long as somebody in the family had it. So I have the number. So I had my phone that I previously had, and you guys will get the new number, because if you have my 690 number, that number is no longer valid. It has been switched, and it's been switched to the home phone. And because if you have a landline that's not connected with the internet, you're going to lose that landline. So what they're saying they're gonna do, because so many people use their home number for the doctor's offices and, you know, appointments and pharmacies, and so they didn't want to lose that number. So now you can do port to wireless. And if we have enough people that is interested or want to hear more about it, I'm dragging the guy from AT&T and I will bring him here. And if anybody's interested, he would do it. Now, they told me 3 to 5 days. I went Saturday and it was done today. And what it does is send you a message on your phone and says transfer completed. Once they say transfer is completed, then you just go and they do all the switching over for you. You use a phone and keep it moving. Okay, now here's another trick. If you have AARP on your account, you do not pay for activation. That's a $35 fee. So I didn't switch up numbers, 40 going north, and I paid not one dime. Okay, so that's something to remember. I'm gonna try to get him. We got Dr. Dudley will be here for our April meeting. So I'm gonna have him to come out here in May. So if you're thinking about doing it or you want it sooner, let me know, and then I will get with Sarge if we can do something prior to our next meeting. But I will have him come out here to talk to us about it. And if anybody wants to do it, he would do it right then and there while he's here. He would take care of that for you. I didn't even have my phone with me. He did it without my phone. The only way when I went back today is I took the phone because he had to pair my watch and my phone. So I took the phone back with him. But if you want it done, you don't have your phone with you, he could do it without the phone. But just know when you go there, you have to have the phone when you go back there. Okay? So food for thought, because eventually we're gonna lose them. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Now, I had my.
I do too.
Having people
Right.
You know, I can't do that because it's embarrassing to have somebody come out and respect you.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That's
it
what.
ain't just AT&T on Orange.
They don't care.
$17 check, but I had my phone for over 30 years.
Mhm. I
And
understand.
they screwed me around. So if I can get my old number back, I would be glad. I want another one.
Mhm.
I had to go with Verizon, so I can keep my business in order.
Mhm.
I had stuff on there on my stomach every time.
Right. Yeah,
They screwed me around.
yeah. And if you get the wrong one that don't know what they're doing, yes, they will.
Yeah,
Yes, they've been there, done that too.
and I didn't have to worry about a monthly, I'm paying.
Right.
Automatic deducted from my account.
Right.
And then you gonna screw me around, so they can share it.
Well, I'm just giving y'all heads up. Yes,
I
sir.
had a question, so. So your home number will go to your cell.
Yep, your home number will now be your new cell number.
Okay, so you'll lose your cell number.
Right.
Okay.
So, or now sometimes there are people that have two numbers on one cell phone. You can do that too. I didn't want to do all that ringing and dinging and didn't know who was, that was gonna drive me insane. So I had to get rid of one, but there are two people you can, I want to say, and I know for a fact, you can have two numbers on a cell. Yeah, you definitely can have two phone numbers on, one phone. Yeah, matter of fact, my girlfriend has it. Yes, sir, yeah.
But if you got a landline and you're using your landline with your home security, you got to worry about that, right?
You should be fine,
Okay.
because they're saying that if you have just an old school landline, that's just it. It's costing too much to take care of those landlines and the cable and all that stuff. But of course, if you have it with the internet, well, they gotta take care of the internet anyway. So if your phone is connected with the internet, then you're fine. At least you should be. Okay.
If you tell them you don't want the internet anymore.
Well, right, well, that's what I said. I said, if you have the internet, and your phone is connected to the internet, it is good. Now, if you decide you don't want the internet, then that's a whole different ball of wax. I can't tell you on that part, but I know that you can do it, and yes, you can have two numbers. That's a whole different animal if you don't want the internet at your house, at least say Verizon, AT&T, whoever.
Oh, now I just wanted to say, if you are 50 and over and you don't want to deal with AT&T or anything like that, go to Consumer Cellular. I have Consumer Cellular and they are good. The phone bill start at $20. I think for me and my two sons, I'm paying like $70. Whereas, and then I have roadside assistance and AARP. But with Metro, I was paying $120 and was getting nothing. I just wanted to let you guys know that, and everything is easy. They do everything. So if you know, are interested, it's a good deal.
Okay, I'm sorry, we got.
So Kim, are you taking a vote on whether or not you want him to come on April or?
Well, the only reason why I'm not gonna have him do April is because I have Dr. Dudley coming in April. And she's gonna need 90 minutes, and it's gonna be up to you guys how you wanna do it. No, I better not, the Sergeant might they might take my head off. Never mind, I'm not gonna say nothing. So I'm looking at May. I would like to try to do April, but I promised Dr. Dudley. Dr. Dudley is going to, she's gonna do a presentation with Narcan, and everybody will get a Narcan kit to keep in your car. And when it expires, you bring that back and you get another one. I keep mine faithfully in my car. You know, I pray to the Lord I never have to use it, but if I do, I have it. And it's a very, very good class to take, very. Yep, so she will be doing that next month. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, Pat, I see you have a question. Pat? Somebody's on mute, off mute? Is that, okay, we'll come back. Okay, so as you all know, brace yourself, get prepared. Your electric bill ready to go up 25%, and another 25 was added on today. Okay.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, so just be prepared, because you guys, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I don't care how you shake it a bit bad. I don't care how much money you making, because I make good money and I'm already sweating. I'm not even trying to look for it, but our seniors in here, I want you guys to be prepared and to brace yourself. And no sense of calling DTE, because all they gonna tell you is this is what happened. Unfortunately, this is the times that we're in, but I need you guys to be prepared. So I just want to at least bring that to your attention. It went from 25 to 50 now. So Just take a deep breath.
They called it back today.
When?
It's today, but Canada doesn't, down here in Detroit, we don't get electricity from Canada.
That ain't what I heard.
We don't get it from here.
Yeah, that's what
It's the upper part of Michigan, but I checked the news before I came in here. Canada says they're taking off the 25% surcharge, and they're gonna sit down and talk to Trump. So right now, that's off the table.
I think they meet tomorrow at the White House.
Anywho, y'all better brace yourself, like I said, because you know you're dealing with a last chance. Now, next, we gonna move on. Okay, don't hold your breath, but that'll be beautiful if we can. Right, as soon as the air comes, go figure. So, here we go. My new secretary, I have a secretary, thank you, Lord. Her name is Carlonda Hawkins. And she is, thank you, Lord. She is, she lives in the neighborhood, not very far from here, been over here, been here forever. Dad used to do a lot up here with the station. So, I am so happy to have her. She has no idea. I am so happy to have her, and hopefully she don't quit by the time she get done with me. She say, this woman is working me to death. So, the reason why I say that is because you may not see an email from me anymore. It may come from Carlonda. However, I want you guys to know that I will be CC'd on all the emails that she sends out. So she won't be just sending out stuff willy-nilly. I'll kind of reach out to her and say, hey, we're gonna send this out to the group. She'll be doing the newsletter, sending them out. We'll make sure, you know, Sergeant Spruce or Officer Robinson, those guys are on there. We're gonna, you know, we're just not gonna just start sending you random stuff. We're gonna make sure that it's still structured, but if they may be coming more from Carlonda now than from myself. Okay, so want to give you heads up. I'm so happy to have you. The Lord, I'm so happy to have you.
Ms. King, can we send her emails?
Sure. I need to be, you know what? I need to be CC, but yes, please do.
Were you providing us your phone numbers?
Yep, here we go.
I don't think I did.
Right, 313.
That's the Google number.
Right.
They have the Google number.
862-9484. That is the home number. Yep. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, good to be here. May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
That because you have a wonderful secretary, that you email hot topics that are discussed at the meeting, not necessarily a meeting minutes, but those hot topics, like your phone number, to be forwarded to the group after the meeting, maybe the following Monday or the end of the week.
I'm not sending my number, no, I'm just kidding. Yes, that's a good idea, yeah.
So, people try
Yeah.
to take notes, they may not be able to transcribe as fast as.
And yeah, and we can do that, yep. Okay, that's a good one, Carla. Yep, nope, that'll be perfect, yes, ma'am.
How do you spell her name?
Oh, it's CAR.
CARLANDA.
LAND.
You got it, LANDA. Yeah. And her email is gonna be an iCloud, so hers is gonna be iCloud.com. So when you see iCloud, that is legit. So don't think that is a legit one, okay?
That's all right.
Okay, all right, so I also found that we are going to do a digital calendar. So you guys will stay up on all activities that are going on. So we'll be sending that out as well. There we go. Yes, ma'am.
That's 862-9484.
You got it, 313.
Yes, thank you.
Yep. Okay. Any other questions? Hello, sir. How are you?
I hate to crash you guys' meetings. I appreciate crashing you guys' meeting whenever I can get a minute.
Okay, I'm almost done. Just give me one more second. Oh, Merle's on. Oh, perfect. Okay. I was wondering if he was on. Okay. Where'd Officer Williams go? She wants to talk about Easter. But just to let you guys know, and also Carlanda, both of us sit on the National Heritage Academy Board. And our board, our school that we have in the area is the Legacy Charter School. So we sit on the board. I was voted in last month. I'm the fifth wheel. And I went up there Friday and did a tour of the school. It was like hush over Jerusalem in that school. I have never seen a school so quiet, and I'm talking about these were kindergartners, first grade and second grade. And I said, do the kids talk? Because it was just extremely quiet. No, he does not. I mean, it was so quiet. So I happened to get there at lunchtime and I didn't hear the kids. I said, do they talk? He said, let them get into the lunchroom. I said, okay. We got into the lunchroom. I said, this is what you call talking? They were so, and I mean, them kids, when they saw Mr. T, that's the principal, they got them shirts tucked in, those shoes tags. You would think those kids saw go. When they saw that man, they stopped in their tracks and they tucked in shirts. They had shoes tied. And man, and what I like about them, a little boy had come to school that day, and he looked like he'd been through the ringer. They have a closet. When that boy left out of there, he had on Jordans, a brand new pair of pants, a Legacy hoodie. He was so cute when he walked up out of there. That boy had his head was so high, his nose was rubbing up against the ceiling. Because when he left out of there, you could just feel the confidence in him when he left. And I was so impressed with that because that was my biggest thing. You know, you guys have all this money. What are we doing with it? We need to do something to help these kids. And he shut me up.
I've been on the board for 14 years at Legacy, and
Yes.
actually I'm the community person, so I need to know everybody here, but it's always been like that. It's always been like that. Mr. T is the third principal there, but he's a great principal. I mean, Mr. Cogley and Mr. Carey were good principals, but Mr. T is awesome. Our numbers are off the chain for testing, reading, everything.
Math, everything.
Where's the school located at?
Right down the street.
Right down the street.
It's a historic school.
It's up down the street. Yep.
It's historic.
And I'm gonna tell you this, what also impressed me were the Black men teachers. Everywhere I went in that school, I ran into a Black man with these kids. The kindergarten teacher is a Black man. And the kids are, there you go. And I was so impressed because our young kids need male figures in their lives. And these men, one of them was playing patty cake with one of the girls. She wanted to play patty cake, so he was playing patty cake with her. It's just, I was so impressed. And I told him, that's what impressed me the most, is that I'm looking at our Black males and they're in here with our kids and they're teaching our kids. So I was so impressed. I was just impressed overall with the school. I said, being on the board was fine, but I need to know what I was getting myself into. So I needed to go there myself and fill it out. And I said, well, I'm gonna be like Carlanda. They're gonna have me for life until they kick me out.
They literally are a block down the street, down Finland. And if many of you haven't been there, it is an awesome school.
Very good.
The
old Atkinson school. Yes. Yeah. So any questions? All right, we're gonna keep it moving. We got Mr. Merlin Martin on the call. Good evening. How are you? Mr. Martin?
Hello, how are you? I hope you can hear me.
There you go. How are you?
I'm good. I'm at an event. And I was trying to get there. I have Judge Sean Perkins there.
Yeah, he's ready to come up here now.
President Jackson, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Mr. Martin, good morning. I mean, good afternoon, good evening. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about my docket tomorrow. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm bringing greetings from 36th District Court. I am your 36th District Court Judge, Sean B. Perkins, and I am your traffic court judge. My mantra is bringing the court to the classroom and the community. So this is part of my civic duty that I want to go around and meet everybody that, in the meetings. And we get around. Last year, I kind of took a hiatus. My mom passed away and it just set me kind of back, but I'm back now. And I see all the faces that I've seen from other precincts, and it's good to meet you. So I'm just going to take a minute of your time and just tell you that I am a traffic court judge. And what I've tried to do since I've been there since May 2021 is I want to get all of our people on the road legally. So I've set out and made this mission to try to get as many people a valid driver's license as we possibly can. And I'm happy to say, I don't know how many thousands that we've had that have come through and gotten valid driver's license, but that has been my mission since I've been the traffic court judge. And I hope we're doing a good job of it. So what I want to encourage everybody to do is, if unfortunately, I only handle the last names G, L, or O. So G, L, or O, if you get a traffic ticket in the city of Detroit and you're going to set a court date, because I know you're going to set a court date, because you do not want to just go pay a traffic ticket, because you're going to get all the points that are associated with that. You come down to the court and you make a court date. We try to get you out as fast and efficiently as possible, and you do it on Zoom. Tell your friends, your family, your cousins, your neighbor, if they have any warrants out. You can Zoom into my court at any time. I will not charge you a bond. We'll give you a $0 bond. We'll try to get you an offer that day. If we can't get you an offer that day, then we'll bring you back on a subsequent court date. If you can't pay, then I allow to do community service. I pay $20 an hour for every hour of community service. I think that's a fair, livable wage. And I want to make sure that people can get this done. I know everybody has, their lives are going on outside, and, you know, it's the last thing you really want to do, but you want to get on the road. So we try to make that possible. So my Zoom ID, and I'll just end it with this. My Zoom ID is 360-434-0000. We start up promptly at 8:30, and we don't leave until the last person is out in the morning. I'll answer questions in a minute.
You only do last name L-R-O?
G, L, and O. Yeah, I know. What's your last name? See, you tried to slip up.
Can you do your Zoom ID again, please?
Yeah, Zoom ID is 360-434-0000. The number to my courtroom is 313-965-2402. And Miss Matheson is my clerk. And if you get a ticket out of the 4th precinct, then everybody out of the 4th precinct comes to me. So that's a little tip. I don't want you to go out and get a ticket. You want to
do it.
Out of the 4th precinct. But I'll say this: our chief judge, William McConaughey, he's really done a very good job of streamlining 36 districts. We want to encourage everybody to come to court for whatever problem you have. I know that's the last thing about getting sued or having a criminal case or having a traffic ticket. You want to do. Nobody wants that, but there is a resolution for you if you come to court. And I guarantee you, some people are very surprised at how things work out. But I'll tell you one thing, they don't work out at all if you don't show up. All right. So with that being said, Madam President, I love your energy, and I love that story about the school. I want to beat them. And if you can get me in the classroom, that'll be part of what I do is I had a group down last week.
of about 20 kids. They came to the courtroom. We can also do it on Zoom too. And we go through the case, they listen, and they ask some of the most brilliant questions. So I don't think any age is really too young, maybe third or fourth grade on up. But I want to encourage that as part of my getting in the classroom as well, all right? All right?
Yeah.
So, any questions?
I just want to say, I think that license program that you're doing is working. My brother, his license was suspended back maybe in 1980. Repeat tickets. He hasn't had a license since 1980. This year, in January, he started going down to the courthouse. February, he was able to get his driver's license.
Wow.
He got his driver's license. He saved up money. He bought him a car. He didn't drive that car until he got his license, and then he was able to get a job.
Beautiful. Now, let me ask you this.
He feels like an individual. He feels like a citizen. He said it has really changed his life.
Absolutely.
Just having that driver's license.
Absolutely.
So thank you for the program, because I think your program really impacted him.
Well, I hope he came in front of me. What was his last name?
No.
Oh. And he can have come in front of me, because I'll tell you, I get every ticket out of the 4th
But like
precinct.
you said, it's not as bad, and it worked out a whole lot better in his favor, to the point he was able to get his driver's license. Big difference. It's so important.
It is absolutely important. We're talking about, what I see now is a real huge problem is, the young women that have kids and maybe raising these kids by themselves is, they almost can't keep a job because of the cost of childcare, and it's killing them, so sometimes, they tell me, Judge, I couldn't pay this because I haven't been working. And so all of those things are taken under consideration. We try to give them as much time, and then you can get into payment plan as well too. 36th District Court has a payment plan. But at the end of the day, you're gonna may have to pay something, but it's absolutely not as bad as you would. And that story about your brother are the stories that we want to hear and what we're trying to do at the 36th District Court. All right.
Your name, we didn't get your name back.
Sean B. Perkins. Yes, Perkins. SEAN. Anything else?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Oh, we do. Oh, there we go.
The phone number again.
313. Now you want my cell phone number? You want no? 313-965-2402. And that'll come right to Miss Mathis, sits right next to me.
Thank you.
All right? All right? You make this? No? We'll do that. All right. Thank you so much.
All right, thank
We
you, sir.
appreciate it, and I plan on being here. I won't be a stranger anymore, all right? Years ago. All right, thank you, everybody.
Okay, also, before I have Officer Williams talk about our Easter event, the senior 911, and I'm gonna send this out as well too. If you're 65 and older, they now have a new department, communications operations, senior 911 profile agreement. Before, I forgot what age, I don't think it was 65, but you filled this information out. And I guess if they have to come to your house, is there a dog there? They ask you a couple of questions on this. And they keep these in a database. So if they hear your address, they pull your profile. Are you there by yourself? Are there any animals there? Are any kids there? But it is for anyone 65 and over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send this to you guys in an email. So if you need to send it out to your Block Club members that are 65 and older, or your sales or whoever, I wanna make sure you guys get it. So I am gonna send out this 911, but I wanted to give you guys heads up on what it was. So when you see it, you wouldn't just toss it. This is gonna be for real. And it's either gonna come from myself or it's gonna come from Carlonda. But I got this from our president of Citywide. They sent it to him, Alvin Stokes. So I have it, and I'll make sure that you guys have it as well.
Yeah.
And yes,
What's the name?
It's gonna be the senior 911 profile agreement. Okay? And I guess there's a new dedicated senior center right here now at 8 Mile and DeQuinder. It used to be Walgreens.
No, it's been there.
Well, it's not new yet. It's been there for a minute. I say it's new because my Walgreens was gone, but yes, it's not new. However, if you decide you want to take a tour of the place, they will give you a $10 bus pass just for taking the tour. So if anybody needs a bus pass or you need somebody that might need one, take a tour for me, slide it on. So, but it's a $10 bus pass. And then I'm gonna have Officer Williams talk about our Easter event that's coming up on the 19th of April.
Hello, everybody. So this year, on April the 19th, we'll be hosting our annual Easter egg event here at the 11th Precinct. We are partnering with the city this year, so it's gonna be a twofold event. It's gonna be from 10 a.m. to 12:30 a.m.
Hold on one second.
Hold on.
Let's let them finish.
It's gonna be from 10 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. PM here at the 11th Precinct. We will be doing our Easter egg hunts for ages 2 to 12 years of age. We are asking for help with individual candy so that we can put in the Easter eggs. So if you can help by donating some candy, if possible, individually wrapped only Easter eggs, okay? Or Easter candy, okay? After at 12:30 p.m., we're gonna have a transition time where we're gonna have shuttle buses leaving from 11th Precinct to transport over to Lasky Park. If you know where Jane Field is at, Line Charles, it's going over there. The city is going to be having an Easter extravaganza, and they're going to have food trucks. They're going to be giving out more prizes, more eggs, and more. They're going to have games and other things for the kids to do down there. Theirs is going to start at 1 o'clock, and it's going to go till 5. So one thing that we're doing in partnership with them is that we're gonna have golden tickets here at the 11th Precinct and some of the Easter eggs, and the kids will have an opportunity to win a bike. Yes, but they will have to, but you have to come, you will have to do our Easter egg hunt here first, then you can retrieve the bike down there. So the kids are gonna have a win-win day. Might be a long day for you, but your kids are gonna be happy. We will be giving away Easter baskets as usual. And like I said, it'll be plenty of candies and activities. We'll have activities here as well as there. Okay. But we do have but it is gonna be it's gonna be a beautiful day. Hopefully the weather acts right so that we can have a beautiful outside, so please keep your fingers crossed, put that extra prayer out there. We need sun and heat. That's one of the biggest things. Here at the 11th Precinct, it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12:30. And after at that 12:30, we're going to start doing transitioning from here over to Lasky Park. Now, if you have a vehicle and you would like to drive over to Lasky yourself, it is available, but because of the fact that a lot of people are, because of parking you can park here. We'll have staff on deck. We'll have police officers here at the precinct watching the parking lot. So you can park here and we will shuttle you over to the park. And it's going to be a nonstop rotation, so you don't have to worry about being being so long, being over there so long. But you're also, but again, here, the Easter egg hunt, games, then transition over to Lasky Park. They're gonna have food truck, Easter egg, extravaganza over there, games and other things for you to do. So if you can, please pass the word. But we are asking for individual candy here at the 11th Precinct. Sarge?
Let me say this, part about the golden tickets and the bike, that's still up in the air yet, so they haven't confirmed it. I want y'all to get it all up in the air, and where the bikes and the golden tickets, that has not been confirmed yet, so we're trying to work on that.
But we do have Easter baskets for the kids. So if that doesn't fall through, we will still have Easter baskets, okay? Yes, ma'am.
So we can bring candy or donations here at the next meeting.
Donations go through Kim.
I'll take donations. Yeah, if you guys wanna do donations, I'll take them.
I'm sorry.
And then what I can do, one or two things. I'll get the candy and take it to them, the individually wrapped. I'll do however they need me to assist with our donation. So I'll take care of that.
We can do it the next, when we come back the next meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, yes, you can.
And we will have the city here at the next meeting to help talk more about what's gonna happen that day. Okay?
Mhm.
Thank you. Oh, the date again is April the 19th. April 19th,
The third Saturday.
Saturday before Easter Sunday.
Yep.
10 to 12:30 here at the 11th Precinct, 1 o'clock to 5 over at Lasky Park on Finline and Charles. Got it? Good.
So everybody like Easter?
Yeah?
Y'all wanna do it twice in one season?
Oh,
Cause we got another one on the 12th, she didn't tell y'all about. So it's gonna be with the Shriners and over at Milton Manufacturing at the, we'll bring some, flyers and stuff out soon. So this, yeah, we'll send those out. So for the past 4 or 5 years, they've been doing them over at the Pingree Farms. And they have Shriners out and they give away food, give away all kinds of stuff to the kids, music and everything. So we'll, share that one with you too. We'll be at that one as well. That's on the 12th. Times 11 to 2.
So do we?
no.
Just show up. That's all. They want your bodies to come and enjoy yourselves. Bring the kids.
Hey, I see you out there. I'm coming out. I'm coming to the door. Yeah, come to the side.
April the 12th at Pingree Farms over off on,
It's gonna be Elmira, south of 7 Mile.
it's on Myra South of 7 Mile at Pingree Farms at Milton Manufacturing.
But I'll make sure that you guys get the flyer for that. So don't try to remember it, because I know it's a lot, but just like you said, it's a lot. So I'll make sure that you guys get a flyer for that.
And something else real quick, please fill out, please, if you're over 65, please fill out that database. So something else that helps us with is when it's hot in the summertime, when the heat is high, the index is high, we do try to reach out to our seniors in our precinct to see if we can assist with, if you need water, you need ice, you need
Ice cream.
popsicles, ice cream, stuff like that. But if I don't know that you're over here, I can't help you. And we've had a lot of people that has moved on in life. Please, please, please fill that out, okay? Yes, ma'am.
With the database, if you're 65 and over and somebody call 911 from that household, it will automatically generate that form or something.
No, she has to pay
No,
for it.
this form, you have to fill out. If you don't fill it out,
I mean, once it's filled out and you get the form and then how does it work if we have to call 911?
from my understanding, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, I thought it comes up.
This is what happens. Once they get all this information, they're gonna enter it into a data bank with the computers of dispatch. So when your address pops up, notes that they send to the scout cars, it's gonna say this is a 65-year-old, she's hard of hearing, she's blind, or she's this, or he's that. The notes will be in the run when the scout car gets the run.
Is that something like those forms that we could, assist the community that comes to the care center with and give back to you guys?
We can, because this is a citywide. Yeah, I wouldn't see why it's citywide. I can send it to you, Beverly. Yep, I'll take care of you. Okay. Pam went totally blank. However, this is what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep it moving. So right now, I have, I think her name is Rachel Williams from Gleamers. There you go. Okay, how are you? Yeah, come on up.
So good evening, I'm Rachel from Gleaners.
Good evening.
Okay, Gleaners is opening up a new facility on 8 Mile. And I'm coming to tell you the what, the where, the who, ahead of time, so that you know, okay? Okay, so the what, it's called Fresh by Gleaners. And it is currently under construction, but they're almost done. The location is 8 Mile on the north side of the street, right at Ryan. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah.
Well, now you know what we're up to. So Fresh by Gleaners will be at 8 Mile and Ryan, and here's what it's gonna have. It's gonna have this stuff. It's gonna have free fresh produce, milk, eggs.
Uh-oh.
So Fresh by Gleaners is opening up soon. The address will be 4401 East 8 Mile.
What's the time? The time?
The start date hasn't been announced yet. The reason for that is, for us to set this up, we have to design all this technology. And I don't want to come here and say it's gonna be May 2nd and then turns out May 19th. And then you guys will say, Rachel from Gleaners said, no. The plan is this spring, but you know how it is when you're planning something, it's around that time. But I do want to let you all know in advance, okay?
You'll come back.
So before you come to Fresh by Gleaners, you have to sign up. You sign up on the website that we're designing. And for some people, they'll just jump on and do it themselves, but some people might want a hand with it. So that's why Kim is saying I could come back. We'll have a team that can register you.
Yeah.
Throughout these weeks, I'm all over the place. I'm gonna be here in the community. I'll be at schools, I'll be at trailer parks, I'll be at churches and mosques. And just giving people the information, but also for some people who might need help signing up, that's what I'll be doing. So we can work out when and how that could happen.
Yeah.
I have a couple of more details to give you. Fresh by Gleaners will be serving only 2 zip codes. The reason for that is we have to match how many people we can invite with the real life resources we have. So we'll be serving zip code 48234. Four and 48091, which is the war. So Fresh by Gleaners will have several ways you can come pick up your food. The first way is when you go online, you register, you can place your order and you can get curbside service. So you pull up and we'll know what you ordered, bring it right to your car. The second option is you can come and pick up your food in one of our refrigerated lockers. The reason that we're excited about that is because a lot of people, they're working during the day and they cannot get to some of these food distributions that are in the middle of the day. So being able to place your order online and get your food that evening in one of our refrigerated lockers is something new. Nobody else is doing that. After we kind of get that worked out, we're gonna run that for a few weeks. Then we'll actually open up the doors and you can come in person and select your items. So it'll be curbside, lockers, and in person. In person, we're gonna start later after we get our stuff together, okay? You will see food distribution there at 8 Mile and Ryan. That is like those drive-throughs that you see. We call it a mobile distribution, but it's more like a drive-through. You'll see a line of cars and food goes right into people's trunks.
Yeah.
That's above and beyond Fresh by Gleaners, because we can only serve 2 zip codes with Fresh by Gleaners. So the drive-through that will be starting up this spring, that's for everybody. We're not gonna ask your zip code. And also for that one, it's more than just fresh produce. You're gonna get everything. That's meat, that's pantry items, shelf-stable items. We're doing as much as we can. Okay. So Gleaners has partner agencies and we distribute food all over Southeast Michigan. So even though Fresh by Gleaners is limited, there's hundreds of places literally where Gleaners partners are distributing food. Okay, I am working closely with the community. I can see Ms. Moore was on there on Zoom, so she's on our community advisory group. Yeah. Yeah. So just letting you all know what we're doing and why, where. So let me just take a pause for a minute. Do you guys have questions for me?
I'm afraid that y'all Gleaners, well, I don't want to go and sign up again, because I already have heard.
The card that she's talking about is that green card that says client service card. And that card is used for a database that's shared between Gleaners and Forgotten Harvest, because we're the 2 food banks that serve Southeast Michigan, but Fresh by Gleaners is different. We do have to get your info, but we don't have to do it every single time. And it'll be very similar where you get something on your phone and the next time you come in, you just show that and you're done. Yeah.
Is it income based?
No. The deal is when you come, well, when you sign up, it'll say, what's your address? And put in the zip code, make sure it's really that zip code. And the way it works is if you live in that zip code, all you have to do is say, yes, I'm in need. It's honor system. And it's not.
Yeah.
You know, and we want to open it up to as many people as we realistically can. So Gleaners doesn't check your income. Gleaners doesn't get into that.
What's the hours?
The hours will be announced later, but I'll tell you off the record, and I'll see you taking notes now. It'll be Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Yeah. I think the hours will be 11 to 7, but that's gonna be announced later. We would love to grow and have it open 6 days a week, but we're trying to start off with what's realistic for our resources and not have this big thing and then say, oh, well, you know, this wasn't it. So we're doing our best to do it right. That's the reason. I see a couple more hands. I'm gonna start right here. Yes, ma'am. It's free. It's a free produce market. It's a pantry, y'all. Do you have a website? The website is being built now. The question was about, do you have a website? It's being built now, but it's coming this spring, so that's why I'm letting you all know now. When it is set up, I am gonna let him know, and the goal is to come here and help people register. Some people prefer to do that in private and do it on their own, and that's fine. We'll just give out the information. And if you prefer to do it on your own, but some people who might want a hand can do that. Yeah, there's another question in the back. Yes.
It wasn't a question. I was just, when you say how, you know, that, what they signing up for, Gleaners and stuff, they can, you know, because we do it at the school too, as well. You know, our next Gleaners Day is 313, and we do sign them up, you know, a new parent or a new person in the neighborhood or something, we will sign you up, you know. So I was just, you know, if y'all not signed up, y'all can go to Lakewood Charter Academy and we will sign y'all up.
So that's another example. Gleaners, we have partners, schools, senior centers, I mean, that are all over Southeast Michigan. But Fresh by Gleaners will have a separate sign up. We're gonna do our best. But yeah, there are places all over the place, and they're not always marked on the outside. So that's why it's really important to share information with people. Yeah, there were a couple more hands up, and I want to make sure that you get your questions answered. Is there another one? Don't be shy. I saw it. Yes.
What about volunteer opportunities?
Yeah, we're gonna have to have volunteers. You know why? Because only one person's gonna work at Fresh by Gleaners. The rest is gonna be volunteers. So Yes, there will be opportunities for volunteers. We have to do it that way. The way that we reach as many people as we can in Southeast Michigan is we run as lean of a budget as we can. So one person will be the manager of Fresh Bike Leaders, and we will have the rest who will be volunteers. That's, you can sign up for volunteer, time on Leaders website. Are there other questions you guys have?
Your name was.
Rachel Williams. But that one. Any other questions or anything I can do for you guys? Thank you again for allowing me to come. Thank you for allowing me to come.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so next on our list, and hopefully I have this right, because I can't even read my own writing sometimes. So I have a James Jim. I have a Scott Spencer. And I may have a Valerie Weatherly, all from GF Construction Company. Anybody from G Fisher Construction Company?
I'm on Zoom.
Going once? Twice? Pat, you were on the email. Are they available from the construction company? Take her.
Unmute, ma'am.
Unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted, I think. As I understand it, Valerie was coming with the construction company in April's meeting. April the 9th, is that the next community relations
Oh,
meeting?
was it April? I don't know
Yes.
why.
Yeah, I believe it was.
Okay, I guess I was trying to make it sooner. Okay, that'll be fine. I'll just put them on then. I don't know why I
Okay.
thought it was this month. So, okay, thank you,
No.
Pat. Sorry about that.
No problem.
So now we're gonna get to Miss Oliver from Key Bank. I was gonna say Keystone, but Key Bank. Okay. Messing with Officer Williams.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Sinitra Oliver, and we are from Key Bank. Is anyone familiar with Key Bank? Not one person in the room. All right. Is anyone familiar with where we're going to be located? So where? Yes, yes. So that big red right there, at the corner is where Key Bank is going to be.
Okay, quiet, please.
The old Rite Aid, yep, that's where we're gonna be. So on April 2nd. April 2nd is our community networking, get to know Key, event. You do have the RSVP by March 29th, and we do have small flyers here for you to respond to. So we do need you to respond. This event is just informal. Just come as you are, get to know Key Bank, get to know the bankers. This is Chantel, and then we have Salisa. We're all bankers at Key Bank. We are anticipating that we are opening July 14th. But don't hold your breath, because anything can happen with construction. We just started construction yesterday, actually. Yep, you saw it. And so we are anticipating that we're opening on July 14th. So there's going to be plenty of opportunity for you to see me, because I will be in the community. We're going to do tons of different, we've already been doing lots of different events in the community. So we're looking forward to servicing this community as well. All right, questions, comments, concerns? Nothing? This is a full service institution, yes.
Here.
Yes.
Yes.
What makes you guys?
So Key Bank is a community bank. We build relationships with each one of our clients. So clients will come to me, like if you had a concern, like how you had AT&T, you said there was a struggle and you had to talk to somebody. When it comes to banking, my name is Chantel. I'm actually a personal banker. So if you have a problem, you call me personally. You will call the branch line, we'll talk to you. We're out in the community. We're here to help and assist you in all needs of life. Cause I'm actually gonna be the banker, one of the bankers there, so like I'll be a familiar face.
So what are the CD rates that you don't have?
Currently, right now,
CD.
CD interest rate right now for 8 months is 3.5. 17 months is 3%.
And we also do things for the community. I'm one of the community liaisons as well. So therefore, I come out to the communities. We want to help with Forgotten Harvest or a fresh start. We want to make sure we're into the schools. We want to make sure, because we do financial literacy. We do financial literacy for the seniors as well as the adults. We have a whole full program called Money, Me, and Keep. So therefore, if you want to talk about budgeting, if you want to talk about investments, if you want to talk about home ownership, we bring our home ownership team for you to come. You don't have to be a member of Key Bank for these services, because these are like benefits for you. Because if we don't give the education and the stuff that we need, what are we good for? We're just not here because we want your dollars. Of course, that helps us keep our jobs. Let's just be real. But again, we are in the community to want to give back financial literacy. We can do a 12-month program. We can come every month. We can set it up. Right now, we've been going to the Wilder Library, been helping out with the youth. Every Monday, we are faithfully there. I live a whole hour away, so that's how committed I am to coming into the city of Detroit to help the people who look like me and anybody else. It doesn't matter what it is, but again, if I'm committed to driving an hour every day back and forth to come after work, that means I'm very faithful to what I do. Any other questions, comments? We're headquartered in, we're headquartered in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland. We're not sure the hours, but banker hours.
Okay.
We will have Saturday hours and a drive-through.
We got the afford services we are offering to like business, small startup business.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we're celebrating 200 years of being in service for Key Bank. So we're just not a flyby. We're just kind of new to the Michigan area. But this bank is 200 years old this year.
Wow.
Any other questions? No?
Did you pass any more cards?
Yes, I have cards. We'll pass these out. Yep.
You look good for 200.
Okay, so now, are there any other questions that concern, but here's what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep this down, we're gonna keep it down. We're gonna keep it down. You are more than welcome to get cards, but we're gonna keep it down. Now, are there any questions for any of our NPOs, any of our officers, from the captain, from the commander? You guys have any questions you want to bring up, any concerns you want to bring up?
I got you later, so you put your hand down. I got you.
Yes.
So I'm new, well, let me not, I'm returning to the neighborhood.
Okay.
And I definitely want to get in contact with my neighborhood officers, make sure I'm connected, informed, up to date, everything.
Okay, and that's why you're here too, so that you make sure that you stay aware of what's going on and any information, anything we share. I have your email address. As long as I have your email address, anything we send out, you will be part of, so you'll be kept in the loop on what's going on. Okay, yep, absolutely. Anybody else? Any questions for Judge Perkins? He's hiding back there in the back. I see him down there. Any questions for him? Kenneth, what you got going on for us?
Hey, pardon the interruption, like, I'm gonna pass some of this out, and everybody just take this and pass it. It's info in there, it's council meeting packets on budget, neighborhood and community services, and it's the flyer from the council.
Absolutely.
Oh, I thought it was all this time, I'm telling you, I thought it was a microphone.
That's his big mouth.
Nevertheless,
Big mouth.
for those that don't know me, my name is Kenneth, and I bring you greetings from your Councilman Coleman, a young second councilman at large. We represent the whole city. As always, we just try to come out and give support. Outside of your 911, just about any particular matter that you might have, I possibly can help you with it. Councilman been a state rep, a state senator, and now he's a councilman. We have relationships with our county partners. So we work together. Ms. Bev knows, Ms. Bev can call me for help. I can call Ms. Bev for help, and not to mention Commander Chambers. I don't know how long I've been knowing him through his career, but for precinct, before precinct on, I've been knowing Commander Chambers. He knows me. I know him. And your president, she knows me. So if you have any help, that's why I gave everyone my card. If you need me, I can help you because I know you're dealing with those day-to-day blight, bad actors in your neighborhood. Oh, yeah, anybody that need a card, just ask. Call me. Anybody that didn't get a card, just get it. And I don't want to take up the meeting with complaints. If you got a problem, call me and I will help you. Oh, yes, everybody didn't give me I got, if anybody back there desires to help me. We're in the budget season. Oh, Mr. LeBron, you know, of course, we all know Mike Duggan is heading out, but he did put some things in place. We do have the tool shed, which Ray Solomon, which was our president, he was the director of neighborhood. He's moved up. For those that don't know, Ray Solomon is now, he's the chief of staff for the mayor, but he did implement the tool. It is a toolbox, and hopefully next mayor keeps that in place. For those that don't know, it helps out with shoveling of your snow up to 6 inches, and through the summer, getting your grass cut, weed trim. It's a place where you can go to borrow tools, bring the tool back. We did vote to help them get that, but we do need volunteers, because it is a voluntary basis. So if you can log into you, and it's in that packet, you'll see that in there. If you can log in, if you need the help, you can get it. And it helps you out through winter and summer. Councilman represents seniors. Seniors always been a big part of everything he did. We know we need housing repair, and we know during those winter and summer months, seniors need help. So we are trying to help seniors with snow removal, home repairs, and as well as through the summer with trimming, grass cutting, and etc. And as I stated, we are going into the budget. We'll be dissecting the mayor's last budget. Councilman is vice chair of budget. He chairs that with Councilman Durhall. He's the chairman of neighborhood and community services. Things we talk about, Councilman has a good working relationship with Chief Bettis. He had a good working relationship before Chief White left. He loved police. He supports police. He voted to get raises. ETC, we're trying to clean up parks, and anytime while I'm talking, if you have questions, just ask, because there's other people that want to talk. I just wanted to come out and let you all know those things that Councilman is working on for us police, shot spotter. Councilman supported that. We have a jump start for anyone who has been out of work for 18 months or longer. You can go in and this is free. We have the skills trade task force. The city is hiring, and we have other trades. No Detroiter should be unemployed. People that need unemployment, you can get training paid for, as well as college paid for, because we're trying to put all Detroiters back to work. But any safety feature of Councilman, we were working on this with Chief White. Because we deal with the whole city with seniors and senior buildings. A lot of senior buildings are unsafe. So we're trying to get what is known as get some pros back in our senior buildings. He's working on that with Chief Bettis. He was working on that with Chief White. As information comes down, I'll share that with you. And I'm happy to hear, and even though I was at the commission meeting when Commander Chambers, at that time, it was no murders in the precinct, but even though it's one, And we don't even want none. And I'm telling you, that is a great achievement. And I've been knowing Commander Chambers, and we're gonna give him his credit for that. Just one murder is good, but we're trying to get that across the city. Numbers are down, and he talked about his numbers. We're grateful for that, and it's just as simple as that. Councilman Coleman, in a second. Those that don't know him, pretty much, you probably know him better than me. He supports you, he loves you. If you got any questions for me, you can just ask me. I won't take up much of the meeting. That's why I gave everyone my card. If you have those homes in the land bank, it's problematic on your block, you can call me. I can work with you to get them off. You got landlords. And as he stated, you do have people that own these properties and they somewhere else in Timbuktu. But you gotta get us that information so we can get those bad actors out. And just another thing to Mike Duggan, he did implement such things, nuisance and abatement. People that are not keeping up their properties, they will pay them. But that's not the police. You got to get that information to us, your district manager, which is Cayenne Sessions. I know all these people, they know me. If there's any problem you have in your area, you pretty much can call me. I don't run a department, but I bet you I know who runs the department and we can get you any help that you need. I'm not gonna take up much time. Do anything. No one has questions. I'm not looking for people. Hey, I'm not. That's what I do. If you have no questions, I'll let other people, because you do have other officials here representing the city, ma'am.
Yes, do you have any?
Oh, yeah, I thought they didn't pass out, but if not, I have more in my car. I'll go back to my car. Don't worry, I can explain the supply. I'll go back to my car and I'll bring some more in and I'll see you next month.
I have a question for you.
And I got to ask, because I saw on the news how they turned an elementary school into a 4-bedroom apartment. It was on Fox. Corville School is sitting right on, it is an eyesore. I used to be a safety patrol at that school, so it's an eyesore and it's unsafe in the
And
neighborhood.
it's
So I
still in DPS or city?
It's the city.
Okay, so I'll check on that and I'll see what the city, has for that. I'll find out. What's the address for that one?
It's on Nevada and, St. Albans.
Nevada and St. Albans. So let me work on that and see.
And we have squatters living in that also.
And they squat there. Yeah, absolutely. Because of course, if this is an abandoned building and we have an enormous homeless population.
In the neighborhood.
ETC, and this Bear will probably talk to that on people trying to keep their home. If you're in your home, please don't leave it. And don't clean up nobody else's home. I'm gonna keep iterating that because you're defeating our purpose on getting that home away from you. You're helping, as I stated when I spoke. Ma'am, you want to say something?
Take land bank to, board up abandoned homes. I
Ma'am,
called
see, I
them 2 or 3
can't-
weeks ago. They're in my neighborhood. I don't have the address. I did give it to,
You got my number?
I sure
Can
do.
you call me offline? What's your name?
Sandra,
Miss Sandra, and you got my card?
I sure
You
do.
just call me. My email is on there at any time if you have a problem in your community.
Because I'm just wondering how long it's
Call
gonna
me.
take.
Email me. Well, the land bank, like, even though you reported, sometimes it takes an extra push from someone else.
You know what? They really do need some pushes.
And if you call me, I'll help you. Ma'am in the back, and I'm gonna give it back. I'll bring it right to you. Other than that.
Now, I have a question,
Oh,
because I'm
Madam
piggybacking off of you, Troy.
Yeah.
I feel Troy.
Right.
I don't wanna look out my window and look at your hot mess across from me. So, if I call you and say, hey, you know, there's this house, XYZ, it looks like this. How long do I need to keep looking at that before you come out there and get something done? Because I'm not gonna look at it for no 2, 3, 4 days. It ain't happening.
No, you got this right.
So the question comes to you then, if I call you, when are you gonna get out there? Because it's gonna get cut, with or without you, but it's gonna get done.
Okay, so if it's on that note,
Yeah, and most of them are on that note.
Well, can you please let me get out to get the picture
Right.
or get the footage before you cut it?
That's my question. How long would that take? Like for you, you need that footage.
Just get it to me ASAP.
There
And
we
then
go.
if you are designing, clean it up and Block Club, Rise Detroit, I have to have that to show the BC, Land Bank or whoever owned it to show that this property is problematic.
Right.
But to show it beautiful after you done cleaned it up,
Ain't gonna work.
and I don't get you no help.
I
need the before, not the after.
I gotta add on, what the problem is the vacant lots that's the city don't cut, okay? And the lot.
Absolutely, and get me those immediately, and I get on that, right. If Land Bank, which is really not the city,
Right.
it's the Land Bank.
Right.
Because I don't, if that authority owns all of our properties that's been foreclosed in ETC, they run that. But we can get on them to make them get out there and get that property up to code, boarded up, grass cut,
And I'm
ETC.
saying this because I promised a neighbor that I would bring this to y'all.
Okay.
We got neighbors that's cutting these vacant lots that's owned by the city, but but if you don't.
Back to the original statement again. I don't wanna look at it.
Give me the before.
Give me 2 minutes to just say this. What I'm trying to say, nobody want to see grass hide when they're gonna hide a dead body. Okay? And it's not that hard. I gotta cut it because I do not want some Ray Pookie dropping something that we might have a crime scene.
I'm with you. But you gotta give me the before, and then if
I'm
you touch
working
it
with you,
up,
brother, but
I can put the Land Bank on the hook for your services.
Okay.
But if you cut it, they're gonna be like, oh, it don't look like nothing was wrong. When we sent the people out, the grass was cut. I'm giving you that's what they'll say.
I got you. I will pass that to some of the neighbors.
Give me the before, and I'll handle the after.
What the,
And I got about 3.
yeah.
Well, cause you went, but I got two.
I don't wanna get the address.
Oh, she had that.
Yeah, thank
Wait
you.
till after the meeting, please.
Okay.
After the meeting.
Oh, you want me to get out of court?
After the meeting.
Absolutely, but we can come to the back. Anybody that wanna talk to me offline, I'll hang out to the end of the meeting and I'll take everybody one-on-one. Oh, Mr. Treasurer, Mr. Treasurer, you had something?
How many inspectors does the city have?
Now you telling me, now see, remember what I said, I don't run no department.
Right.
I couldn't tell you that, and I'm not gonna pump fake. I don't know how many inspectors. we have. I don't know, Mr. Treasurer. I don't know, but we maybe don't have, we are limited, we don't have enough. We don't have enough.
Thank you.
There was an inspector who came in and said they only had 3.
Right.
No, that I ain't gonna step, no. we
That's
got-
what he said. At the
Probably for
meeting.
this, no, we got more than that, but can I check on that?
Yeah.
Forward that to Ms. Kim,
Yeah.
because we got the county, Eric Sabree wanna say you hi.
Yep, I need my beverage.
Right, so I'm gonna turn it over, anybody wanna talk to me, just come to the back.
We gonna go, no, we gonna go
Or
outside.
I'll go outside.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Before I, share with you some information from the treasurer's office, can we give Kim a hand, please? And I say that because I remember when she first started, and we have power pack meetings. So congratulations again, Madam President. My name is Beverly Hilton, and I am bringing you greetings on behalf of our Wayne County Treasurer, Eric Sabree. And my primary responsibility is educating and informing you as a community on foreclosure prevention. No one in Wayne County has to or needs to lose their property to foreclosure. I did bring some flyers. There's probate assistance, and that's one of the main things that we run into, or you run into, when you're trying to get assistance with your property, get repairs. It's in grandmama's name, and you've been living there for a long time, or your mother's name.
Yeah.
So we work with 3 different agencies to help you make that correction. So I have flyers over here, and anything that I bring to you, we can get you duplications so that you can take it back to your community.
We don't want anyone to lose their property to foreclosure, and we don't want it. We have no place to even put it. So please, if you're in trouble, let us know. We're here to help. We don't know you're in trouble until times like this, when you received a foreclosure notice. Now everybody's coming down, you know, the property's getting ready to be foreclosed on. You don't have to lose that property. We have payment plans. You can go online and make your own payment plans. So I always have information here for you to take back with you. Every third Wednesday of the month, we have an Ask the Treasurer. Our Wayne County Treasurer, your Wayne County Treasurer, is on that call to answer any questions that you might have. We have staff on the call as well, and we will get back with you to answer your questions. It's so important. It's expensive coming downtown to pay parking. That's expensive. So if we can avoid that, that's why I'm here. So you don't have to come downtown. You can go online, you can pay online, you can go to a kiosk machine, which is all over the county. So this is important. The other third thing is pre-2020 auction proceeds claim. You all have heard about that, where your property was sold in foreclosure in an auction December 22nd, 2020. You may be eligible to claim remaining proceeds from the sale. This includes all persons with an interest in the property, which can mean all of your family members, brothers, sisters. And the first step is to claim the remaining proceeds in filing a notice of intent form, which I brought some with me today. And that's so very important. So for example, if your house sold for $50,000 and the administrative cost was only $1,000, $49,000 will go to those that have interest. So this is so important. And the treasurer has us out here talking about it because he wants you to get that money. You're entitled to that money. And so that's 2020, pre-2020 auction proceeds claims. And so I'm going to leave some more flyers for you so that you can apply. I'll be here. And my cell phone number is 313-282-3355. Will my voicemail be full? Yes. But one thing I will do is I will call you back. Folks start calling me 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning until late at night. 313-282-3355. I'm very serious about this. No one should be losing their property. That's our legacy. That's what you pass down generational. No one has to lose it. You just have to let us know. If you are had to bury a family member unexpectedly, your car went down unexpectedly, let us know that you're having problems. We are truly, truly here to help. And the treasurer, when I started 8 years ago, one of the things that he talked about is we always, every day, talk about getting out into the community. But what we've done now is we have a mobile bus, a mobile unit that we'll be bringing out into the community. So if you have a major event, just like National Night Out, you know, if we have it in advance, then we can schedule for the bus to come. And that's a bus that will be actually in your community with representatives from the Wayne County Treasurer's Office to serve you. So Eric Sabri, our Wayne County Treasurer, is serious when it comes to making sure no one loses their property to foreclosure. So please, if any of you are in trouble today, and most people don't tell you, we are proud people. We don't tell you until they're getting ready to foreclose. It doesn't have, even if it's like that, let us know so we can help you. And that's the only way we can, is when you let us know. So did anyone have any questions? And I did have a couple of personal announcements. Okay, very good. No one has, does anybody know anyone that's been in foreclosure? Okay, this is good. Very good. All right, that's great. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to mention to you is that down the street, we have a Perfecting Community Care Center. Our pastor is Marvin L. Winans. We are open 7 days a week to assist you. food giveaways. The young lady from Gleaner, she was just saying we have not stopped serving the community food since prior to COVID. We did it all through COVID, and thank God, no one on our team ended up with COVID. But we're here to be of service to you. We have clothing as well. So let's take advantage of it. I did bring some flyers for you. Perfecting Community Care Center, Gleaners is our partner. We also partner with all of our utilities and other agencies to provide wraparound services. And one of our team members is an educator, and she's doing a We Readers Reading Day Out for children 2 and 3 years old. And it will be for the entire month of March, because March is National Read Across America Month. So if any you educators out there, you know what I'm talking about. So I want to thank you for your time. Again, March 31st is the deadline date for foreclosures. So please reach out to us, let us know, let your family know that we are here to help. And on behalf of Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabree, we want to thank you for your time. Thank you. And I'm so glad I'm gonna go back and tell him we had nobody in the precinct that was in trouble. All right, thank you all so much. You ready?
Okay, so it is after 8. I'm so sorry, you guys, but it was so much good information. I didn't want to try to cut people short. I wanted everybody to share their story and keep us informed. Yeah, and you know, with us missing, you know, not doing January, February, of course, that leads to, you know, trying to play catch up now. So hopefully the next couple of months won't be so long, but I want to make sure that the captain commander, our MPOs get out of here because I know they have long days. So we're gonna go ahead and do the 50-50 raffle. What do we collect?
We collected $73 tonight, making the jackpot $36.50.
All right. All right, mix them up, mix them up.
Yeah. All right, the number is 834031. That's gonna be 834031.
Okay, I got it right.
That was donated by Tolman Young, and he donated his money to the Community Relations Council, so.
Okay, all right. Okay, so if anybody, our MPO, Sergeant Spruce, Captain Commander, they're still here, they're still available if you guys need them. But if you do need them, kind of make it short so they can go home. But other than that, anybody online, do you have any questions or concerns?
No.
Okay, so now it is about 8:10. I think she was good. So you guys be safe. We're gonna end the meeting. Be safe. We'll see you next month and all that good stuff. So let's keep it going. Have a good night, everybody. See you next month.